Knuckles down, my children, knuckles down. Knuckles down, my children, knuckles down. With my marbles in my hand and my friends gathered around. Knuckles down, my children, knuckles down. My grandpa played the marbles game and my dad, he played it too. They taught me how to set them up and how to shoot them through. You place your marbles on the ground and see which ones remain. We all love to play the marbles game. Knuckles down, my children, knuckles down. Knuckles down, my children, knuckles down. With my marbles in my hand and my friends gathered around. Knuckles down, my children, knuckles down.
Back in the 80s when I was doing presentations for schools, and you have to understand, anytime there is a volunteer willing to do free programs for children at schools, it spreads like wildfire. The news, here is a free volunteer that will come to your school and entertain the children and teach them something. So I would always leave the children with a marble each, and they just started calling me the Marble Lady. So they dubbed me, and that's how they knew me, that's how they recognized me. I always had a marble on a necklace or such. So I just stuck with that. We have a few trophies from the Missouri State Marble Tournament that we did. That was fun. We set the first record for the largest marble tournament. We had 569, I believe, people. Then Kansas City, with the Toy Museum, set a new record for 2008, and it was 677 or 78 that we had. And then this year, 2009, Melrose Elementary School sponsored up in Roseburg, Oregon. They sponsored an event, and they broke it still higher with 700. I think the final count was 738. So 3 times we've broken it. How do I pick what I'm going to collect on marbles? Well, I have some strict criteria. The first one is I prefer the round ones. Okay. The second is gaining a knowledge of what's rare, which ones were just made, like coins and stamps. You want a rarity.
Well, I'm Kathy's husband. I started collecting when I was a little boy. I'd go to antique shops with my mother, and if I was good, I would get a marble if they had one, and I like the ones with animals in them. They're called sulfides, and that's how I started collecting when I was, 5 or 6 years old.
Well, Larry and I both, before we ever knew each other, had a dream of someday donating our marbles to a high-quality toy museum. And after we were married, we recommitted to that. And Mary Harris Francis, who was one of the original directors of the Kansas City Toy Museum, which is now one of the top museums for miniatures and antique toys in the world, she was a very good friend of mine, and I just loved that lady. She was just incredible. And we would usually go out to lunch at least about once a month, and we'd laugh and we'd have fun. And she knew I wanted to give the marbles to a museum, and she asked me where we were thinking of doing it, and I said, well, we're looking for some place that has room. And I said, your museum obviously is the best, but there's no room. And she said, we'll make a room. We'll build a new room. And true to her word, within a year that building was being built onto, and the ground had been broken, it was built onto, and before we knew it, we were moving in about a 50 carload of games and marbles down to the museum. I like collecting because each of the things I collect, I found a fun medium for them. If you take just a single marble in and of itself, just a marble, they're pretty, they may make you smile, they're simple. I love the simplicity of marbles. But that's not enough to create a lifelong passion for them. They have become a fabulous medium for community service for me, to help other people, to make their lives a little bit better, whether it's helping one single Cub Scout earn his marble pin or 10,000 that I've done over the years, whether it's helping one Alzheimer's patient at a nursing home remember marble memories from their childhood and smile and laugh for maybe just 1 hour, whether it is helping teenagers learn how to help serve others, whatever it is, it's opened so many doors for service, speaking at Rotary, working with Optimist clubs, helping with harvesters, feeding the hungry. Marbles has just opened up doors everywhere that I could never imagine, and that is what has kept it going for me.
If we want to leave a legacy, if we want to be remembered, the best way is to care about other people, to love them.
And we all play the marbles game my grandpa taught me. We place our marbles on the ground and see which ones remain.
It's better than even the best marble.
Sometimes life is like that marbles game. Knuckles down, my children, knuckles down. Knuckles down, my children, knuckles down. With my marbles in my hand and my friends gathered around. Knuckles down, my children, knuckles down. Knuckles down, my children, knuckles down.